we're going to go through one of my favorite exercises for shoulders. First is Scaption. Then we'll get into cheerleaders, YTWL, and then we'll do a sword pull. It is more just to get the shoulder to do its job. That can be active or passive. And then we'll go into Brugger's relief position, we call it. So for starters, Scaption. We'll say fingers in here, not your thumb. Fingers in here, not your thumb. You're going to stand on it. And the way I teach it is to push yourself into the floor. Essentially the exercise is here. But push yourself into the floor. Grab your feet into the floor and like you want to tear the floor apart, screw your feet into the floor. Make your legs do work, your butt do work. Tighten tummy so that you know you're grounded from the rib cage down. And then be tall. 0 degrees, 45. We're going to be at about 30 degrees, which is the plane of the scapula, the shoulder blade off the rib cage. And we're just going to up. As you come down, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. The up isn't as important. The down is what will keep the shoulder blade in its position and teach you how to stabilize as you move through that pose. That's Scaption. 2 minutes once a day was the study, but most patients I'll start with, if they like reps, they'll start with reps. And the idea is do them until you start losing form or you're bending your elbows or different things like that. Elbows should be straight, form should be upright, then you're done. Or I'll have people do 30 seconds 4 times a day. Cheerleaders, I didn't name it, but I'm going to go with it, is to just go straight out and then shoulder up into extension and flexion, and then back this way, which will get the back muscle chain from the low end of one shoulder blade to the high end of the other. And so we can do 8 reps of cheerleaders there. Next, we will get into, and I say sword pull, but essentially, if that's difficult with both arms, the idea is you're just going to pull the sword out of your sheath or out of your pocket, and it's this chain all the way up, similar to a down-up chop that we have in a half-kneeling video. And then we'll get into Brugger's relief position. So grab the band, flip the wrists, fingers down. In this position again, I like to ground yourself into the floor, all the way up, tighten tummy, and then bring hands out, and then once they're out, push them out. That creates external rotation and stability of the shoulders and back. Patients will have problems with this if they have shoulder issues, but you can loosen the band and make it as easy or as hard as you want. Again, 6 to 8 reps are good. Hold out and then slow on the way back. But that is Scaption, cheerleaders, YTWL we'll go through, and then sword pull, and then there's Brugger. So YTWL, we don't need a band, and it is just exactly what I say it is. You're going to just bring yourself up, arms back. I like to reach, palms into the sky, Y, T, W. Always squeezing shoulder blades, trying to touch elbows behind you, and then L is here. It gets every part of the shoulder blade working. It's a good, quick exercise for computer workers. So there's YTWL.